On election day, nearly half of all polling locations had problems with tabulating machines and printers. Malfunctioning tabulation machines forced voters to wait in line for hours to exercise their sacred right to vote.
So here we are, 2 weeks post the 2022 midterm elections, and in the great state of Arizona, Kari Lake has still not conceded. She's fighting on. She's alleging that there were a lot of problems during the election, that many of her supporters may have been disenfranchised from voting. And we all got to see the debacle going on in Maricopa County. They had, a whole week after the election before they finally called the race for Katie Hobbs, who just happened to be the Secretary of State at the time, overseeing the election, as somebody who was running for the governor's seat. That was totally a conflict of interest, but nothing to see there. And the votes just kept coming in until Katie Hobbs got over the top. As you can see on the screen here, the Arizona Attorney General's office is asking for answers as to why they had so many issues in Maricopa County. One of the Republican candidates that was running in the election, his name was Abe Amade or Amada. I don't know how to pronounce his name, but he lost by around 500 votes, which is about 0.2%. And it's going to automatically trigger a recount. We don't know what's going to happen with that, but usually recounts don't favor the person that's asking for the recount or the person who lost during the initial counting. But we'll see what happens. And Katie Hobbs is fighting on. I salute her. I support her. I'm not from Arizona. Never even been to Arizona. I wish I could go there soon. Maybe I will. But this is the second election cycle in a row that Arizona, Maricopa County specifically, has had these type of issues. And it's very, very frustrating. Can Kari Lake get this election overturned and possibly have a redo? It's highly unlikely. You do have a few cases over the years where they had election redos, but this has to be a case of proven voter fraud, proven election fraud, and I'm not sure she's going to be able to find any actual fraud. To compound this story, there are two counties. One county is called Mojave County. I believe it's in the northwestern part of the state. And then there's another county called Cochise County in the southeastern part of the state, who have both refused to certify the election at this point. The legal experts in Arizona are saying that they have no choice but to do so. It's inevitable because by law they have to certify the results. I don't know how that's going to work out. But yeah, these cases are really hard to be overturned once the official results are in. And I say the word official very loosely. As you can see on the screen really quickly, there was a case recently back in 2018 in the 9th Congressional District of North Carolina where there was proven election meddling by some people for the Republican that was running. I forgot his first name, but I think his last name is Harris. So they had to do a whole nother election. And the current representative that won, I think his name is Dan Bishop. I know North Carolina, like every other state, had to redraw their congressional lines after the 2020 census numbers were released. So I don't know if he is the current GOP representative for that district or not anymore. But that was the most recent major case of election fraud where the race actually had to be completely redone. And not only did the race have to be completely redone, earlier this year, not even 2 months ago, I think sometime in October, the conspirators in this voter fraud election meddling case up in North Carolina's 9th Congressional District just pleaded guilty. It was 4 of them, and they're going to prison. So these claims of election fraud are, very, very serious. And if Katie Hobbs can't, if Kari Lake can't prove it, then it's going to be difficult for them to make any real action that would put her in the governor's mansion in Arizona, which would be a very unfortunate loss. But we've had plenty of unfortunate losses this election cycle, so what else is new? Like the video, subscribe, share if you care. Thanks for watching.